Hi, I'm Jackie Keenan, and Chicago Business Today, SaveALot trumping Jewel. Bargain hunting shoppers are prompting the owners of Chicago's biggest grocery chain to shift gears. Minnesota-based Supervalu wants to open more of its SaveALot stores instead of building or expanding shelf space at Jewel supermarkets. CEO Craig came to Supervalu in May from retail giant Walmart. He says he wants to increase the company's presence in Chicago despite the already crowded grocery store market. And even though Jewel has 182 stores in the city and is the leading grocery brand, SaveALot is the key to Herkert's Chicago campaign as more penny-pinching consumers seek cheaper store-brand groceries. Food retail consultant Jim Hertel says this trend will continue long after the recession ends.
The quality of store brands has improved so much over the last 10 or 15 or 20 years that many times shoppers try something maybe out of necessity because they're trying to save money. They realize that the quality is equal to the national brand product, but the price is much, much less. And so they're left kind of scratching their heads and saying, why exactly would I be going back to the national brand even when the good times return?
Limited assortment stores like SaveALot and Aldi have products priced up to 40% less than traditional supermarkets, though they tend to carry less than 2,000 items. Big supermarkets like Jewel carry more like 50,000 items. As part of the new strategy, Supervalu will slash the product assortment in Jewel by as much as 20%. It's a big shift for Supervalu, which has been highlighting quality and selection in Jewel the past few years by remodeling stores. And the move could hurt Jewel as some shoppers seek more variety elsewhere, like at Dominic's. But Hertel says this type of consumer is in the minority, and that less is more when it comes to product assortments.
What ends up happening when there's so much variety are one of two things. One is that the most popular items, there's not enough space on the shelf, and so they sell through very quickly, and they tend to be out of stock, so people are left without being able to find what it is that they're looking for. The second issue is that a lot of times the shelf is just too busy or too crowded for people to easily find what they want.
SaveALot declines to say how many stores it hopes to open in Chicago, but a company official confirms that the chain is looking and has scouted closed Jewel locations, mostly on the south side according to real estate brokers. A SaveALot hasn't opened in Chicago since 2003. And that's all for this edition of Chicago Business Today. For more on this story, pick up this week's print edition of Crain's, and remember to check out all of your daily news on chicagobusiness.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.